Good morning, welcome to your 10 a.m. weather briefing. We have some cloudy conditions out there currently. Seeing a few flurries still around, especially south of the region. Gonna see that snowfall we saw last night melt as the sun comes out this afternoon. Saw about a half an inch at Wallops last night. Locations north of us saw about a trace. Taking a quick look at the radar, can see some reports a half an inch around Wallops, trace across Wacomico County. That was about the farthest northern extent of the snowfall this morning. You can see a few more very light returns on the radar coming through, so can't rule out a flurry the next hour or so. But taking a look at the Tidewater region, you can see some reports down there of 3 to 4 inches of snow, so seeing a heavier snowfall across the Virginia Beach and Tidewater region last night and this morning, but overall a wintry morning across the region. So back to the briefing, we can see, look at our sounding form. Have the freezing level at the surface, northwesterly winds to northerly winds at the low levels around 20 to 25 knots, and seeing winds slightly calmer between 9 and 16,000 feet, around 10 to 15 knots, and the winds increasing out of the southwest from 20 to 25,000 feet up to 43 knots at 25,000 feet this morning. Taking a look at our surface analysis, we have this area low pressure off the North Carolina coast that gave us the light snowfall this morning, seeing a high pressure build in from the west, and that's going to give us windy conditions this morning. We do have a wind advisory currently in effect, and it will most likely remain in effect the remainder of the workday hours, as we'll have good cold air advection, and that should allow for us to have those winds gusting in the mid-30s to possibly 40 miles an hour for this afternoon. So taking a look at our satellite imagery this morning, you can see we do have that remaining cloud cover, especially around like 9,000 feet this morning. Going to see some stratocumulus and cumulus cloud development after this thicker 9,000 foot layer moves through the region this morning, and that'll be our predominant cloud cover for this afternoon, around 3,000 to 4,000 feet, and most likely we'll see a good amount of sunshine as this cloud cover moves off the coast. So taking a look at the HRM model the next few days, see that system moving off the coast tonight, seeing Arctic high pressure building in. We'll have windy conditions, we'll have very cold temperatures starting to move into the northeast states. This is a good setup for us to have some very cold temperatures across the Wallops region as a very cold air mass moves in the northeast, filters down the coastal plain, and that'll give us temperatures in the lower 20s tonight, only in the lower 30s tomorrow. Seeing most likely some lower 20s to upper teens for Saturday morning, as we'll have high pressure building in from the west, a bit lighter winds, and that should allow us to see some slightly colder temperatures for Saturday morning, but we'll see those wind chills still in the teens to possibly below 10 degrees for Saturday morning. Looks like our best chance of that occurring, as we'll have lighter winds compared to Friday, but still enough with that cold air in place to see those wind chills very cold. For Saturday, we'll have high pressure building, as I mentioned, and then Sunday, our next system approaches, and looks like this system could see some snowfall on the front end of it, as we'll have that Arctic air in place. We'll have moisture running over top of that, and that'll give us, looks like Sunday, a good chance of some snowfall, especially from morning through the midday hours, and then it should transition to rainfall by the evening hours on Sunday, and that will allow for that snowfall to melt overnight on Monday into Monday morning as the area low pressure builds over the region, and that's going to give us some windier conditions on Monday, as well as temperatures in the 40s. Once we move into Tuesday, going to see this area low pressure wrap up over the northeast states, giving them snowfall, but could see some wraparound moisture in the region on Tuesday. Right now it looks like just some rain or snow showers. No real chances of accumulation on Tuesday, but we'll continue to monitor the system, whether that area low pressure deepens a bit more off the northeast states and gives us a better chance of seeing some accumulating snowfall for Tuesday. And the Wednesday, we'll see cold temperatures once again, the area low pressure wrapping up over the Canadian Maritimes, and that'll give us some windy conditions as well as cold temperatures, as I mentioned. So taking a look at a wrist chart for today, we'll have those red conditions for wind this afternoon, gusting to 33 knots, possibly a bit higher. We'll see a high around 36, a low tonight of 21. Seeing those wind chills near or just below 10 degrees Fahrenheit during the overnight hours, with those lows in the lower 20s and winds still gusting near 25 knots. Looking at our terminal forecast, going to see cloudy conditions through about noon today, and then should see a good amount of cloud cover sunshine thereafter, with departing cloud cover. Should see sunny conditions by 1500 local, and then possibly clear skies until midnight. And we'll see some Bay effect cumulus clouds with that cold air advection over the region, giving us some partly cloudy to mostly clear skies overnight. And with that snowfall off the coast, no chances of precipitation or lightning for the rest of the day. And we didn't really have any chance of lightning this morning either. Our tides are slightly above normal. And looking at Friday into Saturday, Friday partly to mostly cloudy, windy and cold. Slight chance of a flurry early, high of 34. We'll see those winds gusting in the mid-30s for knots on Friday. So a cold and windy day to wrap up the work week. Friday night, partly cloudy and cold, a low of 18. We'll see slightly breezy conditions early, but we'll see a good chance of those wind chills below 10 degrees by Saturday morning. And then by Saturday afternoon, we'll see partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies, cold temperatures, a high at 35 with a green chart across the board. So looking at the next 7 days, we'll have a slight chance of a flurry Friday morning with an upper level disturbance. I mentioned moving over the northeast states, giving us that very cold air mass and reinforcing it across the area. Seeing temperatures only in the 30s for highs for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Then Sunday looks like our next chance of some wintry weather. Could see some accumulating snow, especially across the central and northern Delmarva for Sunday afternoon into Sunday night. Looks like a good setup for a snow to rain transition, especially along the coastline on Sunday. Looks like all areas in the central and southern Delmarva should switch over to rain by Sunday night into Monday. Still uncertain with the exact track of this low, and that's going to depict or determine where the rain-snow line will set up. But right now, looks like we could see some accumulating snow on Sunday, transitioning to rain, washing it all out by Monday morning into Monday afternoon. Monday we'll see a high of 49, and then we'll see a chance again of some rain and snow on Tuesday. Looks like about a 40% chance with a high of only 40. And then Wednesday we'll see partly cloudy and windy conditions, a high of 42 degrees. So some more typical January weather, as we've been seeing some very warm conditions across the region this January, but seeing those temperatures in the 30s the next 3 days, and then seeing a wintry setup on Sunday, and then transitioning to rain for the beginning of the work week of next week. We'll continue to monitor this system for this second half of the weekend into early next week for any changes, and hope everybody has a great day. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:15 at 10 a.m.